SK Sood on this. SK Sood ji, the fact that, yes, the police perhaps needs to do more, but the fact of the matter is that the army has been put in a central role since Sheikh Hasina fled Bangladesh. She was forced to flee Bangladesh. Isn't it now the army's responsibility? Doesn't the onus lie on the army of Bangladesh to quell this situation, to make sure that the violence stops against minorities and the perpetrators are booked?
Absolutely. Totally agreed. It is now upon army to stop the violence because police is not there. But perhaps, as in India, the army there also is trained to use maximum force, and maybe they are being cautious in using force out there. However, I'm in total agreement that since army is operating on ground, therefore they should be taking over and ensuring that minorities are protected. The common people, the students who are on the ground managing crowds, managing traffic, managing other things, perhaps are not well equipped to undertake this task. So army must step in to ensure that violence stops. I totally agree with that.
Paucity of time, Mr. Sood, but let me also try and understand from you my last question to you, the fact that what are India's options? How can India deal with this? Because we know that hundreds of Bangladeshis have been nearing India's borders. They've been wanting to enter into India and settle here as the crisis unfolds in Bangladesh. The BSF has been on its toes trying to quell the crowds, trying to tell them not to enter India illegally.
Yes. In that manner, there's a threat to sanctity of the Indian borders. As per my information, there have been 4 instances since the day before of people trying to come to India. They have been, in fact, not trying to force their way. They have been pleading with the border security force to allow them to come to India. But BSF, only one was a largish crowd near Gopalpur area in Assam, where about 1,000 people came. Other 3 places were in Kishanganj and Siliguri area, where at one place there were 300, at other place 120 odd, and the third place there were only 40 people who were trying to come. But the fact is that they were not carrying any personal effects, which means that they were probably trying to seek temporary shelter and they would have gone back. And there is no means available with us to find out their religion. So one cannot be sure whether all of them were Hindus who were trying to enter. That besides, but the local BSF authorities have done a very good job by properly coordinating with BGB, that is Bangladesh Border Guards, and ensuring that these people who had assembled near the border to cross over, they were sent back to their respective places. So that remains a problem, that people might try to enter India illegally, and therefore the entire eastern theater of the border security force is on very high alert, and extra troops which were available at the battalion headquarters, there are hardly any, there are no, in fact, reserves with the BSF. So whatever administrative staff was available at headquarters has also been inducted along the border to ensure that no illegal crossing takes place, and all these people are sent back peacefully. All the senior officers are right now on the border, supervising this activity and taking charge of the situation in order to negotiate and coordinate with border guards Bangladesh, so that they also are on alert. The problem is compounded by the fact that over 200 companies of BGB have been sent to interiors for law and order situations. So border on their side is being thinly held. So there's no stopping those people trying to enter India. on the Bangladesh side. It is upon the BSF
and
to
just the
prevent
fact
them
that,
from coming.
this is a more than 4,000 kilometer long border, SK Sood, and it has been a porous border. That clearly increases the challenges for both sides, especially India. But the BSF has been doing a pretty good, calm job when we talk about quelling the crowds and making them understand that this is not the right way to enter any country. But with that, I'll have to wrap it up here. So Mohan Mukunda Das, SK Sood and Mir Mustafizur Rahman, thank you very much to all of you for joining us on Mirror Now and sharing your perspective. Thank you very much.